There, Samantha Mari was speaking to us about all things cricket, in-house cricket analyst Lunga Kupiso. Lunga, welcome to Sports and Prime. It's always a pleasure having you here. We got the T20s coming up. We're going to speak about the test series against Sri Lanka, against Australia. That's done and dusted. We know we're good. We are that good. Seals.
Well, I wouldn't say we're that good.
We're that good.
We've been doing well. We've been doing well.
Is it 5 out of 7?
6 out of 7.
6 out of 7.
Yeah,
so not bad going at all.
Yeah, not
Let's speak to the T20s. They begin in Centurion Friday. New team came out by Russell Domingo. Some names you know, some names we don't know, but that's what it's about, isn't it? Exciting.
T20 is always exciting, on field, off the field, and I think right now for South African cricket lovers, it is an exciting time because there's new fresh blood that's coming through the system and everybody's excited to see what they're going to bring to the table. For those of us that have had the opportunity to follow the guys, how they play in the domestic setup, we know that they're exciting guys and they on a good day, if all of them fire, well, Sri Lanka are going to get bettered again.
I mean, we mentioned that it's a good team. I mean, you know most of the guys as well. I mean, as you mentioned, local cricket. Then the question comes in, we've got T20, I think, coming up soon. We've got 50 championships coming up soon. Is this the team, are we looking maybe to say these are the ones that we might be looking for to choose those tournaments? Or are we saying, because again, the names are not the big names we're used to, or are we saying, you know what, Sri Lanka is not that big of a challenge, but we know how dangerous they are in the shorter format of the game. Are we looking at Domingo saying this is the team for him, he's trying to build something?
Well, I think if you are to look at the whole T20 scene, it's not a game that is too different from the domestic scene of any country if you've got a strong setup of domestic cricket. So guys in our domestic system can just step into the T20 front in the international cricketing scene and they'd be able to match because it's not as taxing as Test cricket is. So, and also Russell Domingo is looking at extending the reach that he has within the squad. And I'm pretty sure this is one of those opportunities that he has, rare opportunities that he has where he can rest some key players because the 2017-2018 season is going to be a long one. They go to New Zealand, they've got the Champions Trophy in England in June, and they've got the tour of England as well as going down to Australia to play against Australia.
I mean, you're looking at these guys over the past couple of days, they've been warming up, you know, I'm going to say pushing. I mean, shorter form of the game, 20 overs, you really don't push yourself. You captain, Farhaan Behardien, Wayne Parnell again, I see he might get a run. Let's look into the squad. I mean, here are some of the names as you have in front of you. Farhaan, captain, fair enough, in the absence of AB, that's probably the right decision to make. Tjenis de Bruin, quite a good player. Reza Hendricks, another good player. Imran Tahir, he gets a run once again.
Legend.
I know he's been, you know, wishing to get the run, especially after being left out of the test series against Australia and coming back. Mangaliso Mosehle, that for me is an exciting player.
Mangi is one of those players where every time he goes out into the middle and he doesn't fire, you almost get frustrated as a supporter because you know how good he is. I mean, he single-handedly took the Titans to victory in the last T20 domestic competition, other than the one this year that we had the last season. 2016, 2017, getting confused there. So he's an exciting player, and it's really a player that if he does well in this series, I can't see a reason why he's going to get left behind. And he almost reminds me of the standing captain in Farhaan Behardien. He's also that kind of a player that he's not consistent in scoring runs, but when he scores runs, it's brilliant.
Annihilated, I'm excited to see him come back into the fold. I mean, I was actually complaining a bit, saying, geez, instead of Abbott, Andile had a good run in the one-day series. Why not give Petlugai another run? In fact, not Abbott, rather, the kid that replaced Abbott. Why not give Petlugai a run to replace him and give him a run in the test match?
Well, look, test cricket is harder than the limited version of the game. So it is a little bit of a step up. And for Russell Domingo, he has already seen what expertise Petlugai brings to the side, and he knows what he's capable of. And as he said in Cape Town after that whole scandal, I'm going to call it, of the guy signing Colpex, he said he wants to make sure that the guys that he's eyeing, he gives an opportunity so that they know that there's no need for them to get on a plane, the first plane out, and go sign Colpack deals. So it is an opportunity for him to stretch his Proteas reach. It will be good to see what he does in the T20 version of the game because, and there's also a little bit of added expectations from us as supporters of the game because he did so well in that Australian series.
Pangi as well, getting a run after rather some not so good news over the past couple of months.
Pangi hasn't really done well according to Pangi's standards, to say the least. And a lot of people are questioning whether the captaincy that he took over for the T20 season that we've just had was perhaps the added pressure that he couldn't handle as a captain. All will tell. He's always an exciting guy, a guy that gives it 120% on any day. So that will be exciting. And he brings in experience. So those are the kind of guys that Farhaan Behardien is going to need to go to during the game situation. As he said in his press conference, it's not my team. It's a team that I want guys to come in and freely express themselves. So the guys like Imran Tahi, Aaron Pangiso as well, they're going to come in and they're going to be needed to throw in their weight there around.
Any names stand out from you from that list as far as this team is concerned, or as you're saying, let's see who, Russell's giving everyone a run and trying to see what comes out?
I'm excited to see what Tinus de Bruin does because he's done so well domestically. I want to see if that international cricket label is going to perhaps unsettle him, and if it doesn't, to be incredible to see what he does. Mangaliso Mosehle, when he strikes it beautifully. So that will be interesting to see as well. Reza Hendricks of the Lions. He's also a great star, upcoming star for South African cricket. Dane Patterson of the Cape Cobras, also it will be good. John Smarts of the Warriors. Captain Cool. He's done well with the Warriors and they were unlucky to lose out to the Titans in the final of the T20. It will be good as well to see what he does, and I think those five.
Look, we're running out of time. The sticky situation, the side on the thorn of all things South African cricket right now, and I'm going to say it with a big smile on my face. AB de Villiers is not Kolpak. In the past 2 days, he first announced he's not going to be interested in New Zealand playing Test. Yesterday, the following day, announced again, I'm not interested in the English Test series. I'm going to play IPL. The debate has been raging. Why, AB, why?
Well, I wouldn't say he's not interested in the New Zealand series. And I think for him, he's looking at family, he's looking at age. And he's doing the mathematics. The guys that have gone before me, when they took on a similar amount of a workload, because AB played across all formats, and he was highly involved at any particular point of the game. So when he was involved, that's a lot of pressure that he has to take on. So he sees this as an opportunity for him to allow other guys to lead because they're capable to lead and also extend
my question is, I mean, we're discussing, just to our viewers so they're aware, we're discussing this before we came on air. I spoke about respecting Abbott, who came out outright and said, look, I need to make money for my family. My contract with Kolpak is going to secure 4 years for my family, put food on my table. AB has come out, 2 press conferences. Firstly, he speaks about I won't be able to play for New Zealand. I need to get back into form. Then he comes out, I'm not going to play for England. I need to regain form. I'll go to IPL. Why doesn't AB play in Sunfoil? If he wants to regain form, South Africans only see AB when he's wearing a South African cricket jersey. Why don't you see him wearing a Lions or a Handful jersey and let him play for South Africa?
I'll put it short, sweet and brief. There is a better reward in getting injured playing for $10 million than playing and getting injured for 10,000 rands.
Is it fair, though? I mean, I like that answer. I mean, it's an honest answer. The question is, though, the paying public, you and my kids wants to go watch AB play. To be fair, though, to be honest, surely AB could have made a better decision.
Well, we could sit here and say the decision he's made is not a better decision in as far as South Africa is concerned, but he'll sit on the opposite side and say the decision I made is better for my family. Would
I rather than AB say, look, I'm not going to play Test cricket any longer. Let me just concentrate on one day, because I would have respected him if he says that instead of saying I'll play IPL but I'm not going to play local cricket.
I think that's the most frustrating part, is that everybody is looking to AB because we've missed him over this past 5 months. We've missed seeing him in the Proteas side, and everybody is just anxiously waiting for him to return. And he's not being clear on what his intentions are. And the most frustrating part is every time he comes out, it seems like it's the AB show. And he can most certainly do whatever he wants.
Well, he's actually made it the AB show now, because everyone's sitting at home. Well, I'm surely saying, well, if AB is choosing where he wants to play. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wrap it there. Passing words?
South Africa to win 2-1.
In the T20?
T20.
And the ODIs?
That's a little bit too far to try and put my head on the chopping block there. But 2-1. So far, I've been right. I said the Test series is going to be a whitewash. It was a whitewash.
Lunga Kupiso joining us right here on Sports on Prime. Much appreciated. Always a pleasure having a good chat with you. Lunga Kupiso speaking to us about all things cricket, and as far as that is concerned. AB de Villiers, a sticky one. I'm sure SABC News and our journalists are still going to cover it. Sports Live at SABC.co.za is where you can get all of us at SABC Sports Live. subscribes. Our Twitter handle, write us, tell us your views. You share the same views as Lunga. If you don't, well, tell him. I know he's going to read them. You can also log on to www.sabc.co.za/news for all the news, both locally and internationally. And you can also follow at SABC News Online. Mthe Kumede and his team will definitely be retweeting you and answering the questions. That's it for myself. Next up, Your World, Lulu Gabu as well as Tablingwatu are standing by. Tomorrow evening, there will not be any sports on Prime because SABC News Channel will obviously be broadcasting that inauguration of the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump. For myself and the team, bye-bye.